Today, we are testing 11 vegan creamers to find out who is the creamiest of the creamers. The cream of the vegan crop.
This is where the European in me kicks in and I'm like, what is this?
I didn't like it. Sorry.
It tastes like candy.
It doesn't add richness.
Right.
Wow, how different. You can tell.
Before we get started, I do need to address something. You might know from one of my previous videos that I stopped drinking coffee a long time ago. But when I asked in my local vegan group what products they wanted to see taste tests of, coffee creamers just were at the top of the list. So I am going to be testing these with decaf coffee, and I have some friends to help me test these as well. So let's do it. Here are the 11 creamers that we are testing. Starting off with So Delicious Original Organic Coconut Creamer. Then we have Sown Unsweetened Organic Oat Creamer, followed by Elmhurst Caramel Macchiato Oat Creamer, Califia Farms Oat Barista Blend, Good & Gather Sweet and Creamy Oatmilk Creamer, Almond Breeze Vanilla Almond Milk Creamer, Silk, the Sweet Oat Latte one, Oat Creamer, Silk Sweet and Creamy Almond Creamer, 365 Organic Vanilla Almond Creamer, Starbucks Almond Milk and Oatmilk Hazelnut Latte Creamer, and finally, Oatly Oatmilk Barista Edition. I tried to choose either unflavored or vanilla coffee creamers just to try to keep it pretty even and more focused on the texture, but the Elmhurst and Starbucks were only available in flavors, so those are included as well. So my original goal with these creamers was to start with the unsweetened and gradually move up in sweetness, so I arranged them by grams of sugar per serving. However, I was kind of rushing to get everything done before everyone arrived, and I did make a mistake when I arranged them, which is that I did not notice that the Oatly and the Califia, as barista milks, have a serving size that is 1 cup and not 1 tablespoon like the other creamers. So those pretty much qualify as unsweetened, but they got put in with the sweetened creamers. So in addition to tasting the creamers, I also did a foam test on each one because I know for some people that's important. So I used a 1/4 cup of each creamer. I heated it in a saucepan on the stove until the milk was steamy. And then I used a milk frother to foam each one. So for each one, I will show you how much foam they produced. I will also show you the texture of the foam because I think that's pretty important. And then we will let it sit for 10 minutes and see how much foam gets lost in the process. All right, so I have Dominique and Rosa here with me to test 11 vegan coffee creamers. I hope we make it through this because this is decaf coffee and so it's not going to keep us awake through all 11 coffees.
Correct.
Dominique, you are vegan, so I don't know how many of these you might have tried before, but...
Well, there's probably some I will recognize and some that are completely new to me, so we'll see how they compare.
And I am not much of a creamer. I use regular almond milk and coffee.
Yeah.
That's my go-to everyday thing. But let's see, I'm excited to try this, and if I like it, well, I'll stay with it.
Okay, and I haven't had coffee in years, but when I did drink coffee, I didn't drink creamer at all. I would just drink almond milk in my espresso and foam it up. So these are all gonna be totally new to me.
To me too.
So let's see.
Let's try them. Let's see.
So our first creamer is the So Delicious Organic Original Coconut Creamer. As you can see, it is in a paper container with just a plastic spout, so I do like that about it. It's less plastic, and it's also organic, so bonus points for that. So let's try foaming it. As you can see, this one produced a lot of foam, and it has a really nice creamy texture to it. One thing I noticed immediately with this one was that the coconut scent really comes out strong when it's heated. So if you don't like coconut, keep that in mind. And after 10 minutes, it has lost some foam, but it's still quite foamy. So let's get to the taste test and see how it does.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a strong flavor of something. I can't identify what it is. It's not the coffee. Something else.
I'm just feeling the coffee.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Like, for me, it just tastes like coffee, and
maybe I put too little. I don't know, but I just taste the coffee. I don't have any other.
Oh.
I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
Else.
I think it does add a little bit of creaminess, but it's not that creamy.
No,
It's not like,
no.
It's not like watery coffee, but
It doesn't add richness.
right.
When you have regular creamer, it adds also, makes it a little richer. And this doesn't really do it. I'm still trying to identify if there's an undertaste there.
Well, we have almond creamers, we have coconut creamers, we have
Is this
oat
coconut?
creamers.
This is, I would say this leans towards coconut.
Right?
This is coconut.
Okay.
So I did not make this up, everybody. It's coconut. Yes.
Yes,
So,
this-
okay.
This is the So Delicious unsweetened
There
coconut
you go.
creamer.
There you go. But it's subtle enough, I have to say, the coconut taste is subtle enough that it's not disturbing, because I know a lot of people have problem with coconut
The
taste.
taste. Okay. Yeah, it's true. It's true. You can.
So,
It's very there, but you don't feel it.
right.
You don't taste it.
Yeah, I coconut flavor doesn't bother me at all, but I don't really notice the coconut taste.
Yeah, I
So-
don't either. So I won't get this one.
You wouldn't get it?
I won't get it. No.
Okay.
It doesn't do much
No.
Yeah.
to the coffee
Yeah,
to
exactly.
benefit it.
All right, let's go to the next one. All right, our next one is Sown Unsweetened Organic Oat Creamer. And this one's also in a paper container, so that's good, and it's organic as well. And this one foams up nicely also. It is a little less foam than the So Delicious, but not by much. And the texture is also nice and smooth. It's a little less creamy than the So Delicious, but still a really nice foam texture. And after 10 minutes, this one's held up pretty well. There's not much foam that's been lost. So let's taste it.
Round two.
Yeah.
Again, unsweetened.
Yes, this one is also unsweetened.
Okay. Smells like nothing.
It's unsweetened and unflavored.
Okay.
I would say the color is different. I don't know why
Yeah,
I'm
it's
noticing the color, but it looks different.
Yeah, the other one was really stark white. This is a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It looks
yellow.
almost like almond milk. More creamy,
Yeah,
right?
it's,
Definitely,
the
you can
thick-
tell.
The thickness is like
Yeah.
that's what I was talking about. More
I like this,
thick.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, it
Better.
doesn't have a strong flavor though. I don't feel anything.
No.
But it shouldn't, right? Ideally.
Yeah, it's unsweetened original.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to like be any.
But definitely I like it more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This to me is kind of like when I drink a coffee with like a rich milk.
Yeah.
I really like it.
This is a good replacement.
it.
Yeah.
Wow, how different you can tell. Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah. So what type of milk would you guess that it is?
it feels to me like almond. No?
It's not.
Coconut? I don't know.
Is it again coconut?
No, it's oat milk.
It's oat
Oh,
milk.
it's almond. Okay,
Oh,
yes,
that's
okay.
surprising.
This is Sown Organic.
I really like it.
Oh, I've never heard of them.
I never heard of it before either.
Good choice. I really like
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
I will go with this one.
Yeah.
Yes, this one's
I like the
pretty
creaminess. I like the consistency. I
good.
like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even if you don't add sugar or nothing, I will drink it just like it is.
Yeah, no.
It feels
this
good.
Is really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree.
Yeah, totally.
And it's surprising that because with almond milk, with oat milk, you sometimes have the problem. I don't know about you guys, but if I bought oat milk for my coffee, sometimes it's separated. Specifically with oat, I never had it really with almond.
Me neither.
But this one binds in nicely with the coffee. It's
like
it's
it.
very good.
Yeah,
Yes.
I haven't noticed that with oat milk. Well, I don't know if I've tried it with coffee. I don't think so. But I know that specifically soy milk, that's
that
a big
also,
problem. And so I didn't buy any soy milk
Yes,
creamers
yes.
because I knew that was going to happen. So I figured let's try the other 3 options.
Okay.
So we like this one.
We like
Yes.
this one. Yes, we all like
Okay.
Thumbs
it.
up. Very
Mhm,
good.
mhm.
Yes.
All right. One thing I do want to mention about the Sown is that it contains canola oil as its second ingredient. So that might be responsible for its creamy texture, but if you are not a fan of canola oil, you might want to skip this one. The third creamer up in our taste test is Elmhurst Caramel Macchiato Oat Creamer. So this one is in a smaller container than the others, which might be good or bad depending on what you want. And it's also a paper container, which is great. I have seen on their website that it looks like they do make this in a regular non-flavored variety, but the flavored version was the only one that I could find locally in my area. And the Elmhurst foamed up a good amount, but if you check out the texture, it is not so great. It's kind of like a soap bubble type of texture. It's definitely not the worst foam that I've seen from a vegan milk or creamer, but it is not the creamiest foam either. And after 10 minutes, you can see that this one lost quite a bit of volume in the foam, which I would expect with those larger bubbles. So let's taste it and see how it turns out. This one is not technically unsweetened, but it has only 1 gram of sugar per tablespoon. It's the lowest out of all of them, so it's pretty close to unsweetened.
Okay.
So let's see.
This is very different color.
Yes. And you can definitely feel it has some sweet.
Oh yeah.
Some sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I smell it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually it does taste sweetened. And with only 1 gram of sugar,
Yeah.
it tastes like more.
In comparison to the other two, this is kind of shocking, right? It's like already, yeah. Wow.
I don't dislike it, but I like the second one because of I think the consistency.
Yes. This is again a little...
And like I said, I like the fact that you can have it without sugar.
Yeah. So if you're conscious on sugar, the second one definitely is a good
Exactly.
This one is, I think, thinner than the last one.
It is thicker.
But I think
it's thinner.
Yeah, I think it's thicker than the first one, right?
It is. Yeah. The first one was like really thin. So this is in between 1 and 2.
Do you notice any flavor to this one? Because it is a flavored one.
I wanted to say, is this like...
Vanilla?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's vanilla, but it could be.
I would say vanilla. Not sure.
I think it's a very mild vanilla, I must say, because some vanillas are like really...
Or will you say coconut too? I'll stick with vanilla. Caramel?
Yeah, it's more...
Yes, I got it.
Yeah. See? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's caramel macchiato is the
Okay,
flavor.
okay. Very mild.
And you have any guesses on the type of milk?
Coconut, I'll say.
I'll go with almond just to mix it up here.
Both wrong!
It's oat one.
It's oat milk. Yeah, this is oat milk.
Wow.
There you go. But this is really nice.
You like it? Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. It's not, because some are so, they overpower the coffee, but this is just nicely complementing the coffee without actually overstepping
Exactly.
it. So
Yeah, I'll say the same. Yeah. Okay, on to the next one.
One thing I do want to mention about the Elmhurst is that it is notable in its ingredients in that it does not contain any oils or gums. It does contain hemp cream, which might be helping to improve the texture in place of those oils or gums. So if that is something that's important to you to not have those ingredients in your creamer, you might want to consider the Elmhurst. The next one is Califia Farms Oat Barista Blend. This one is also in a paper container with just plastic on the spout, so thumbs up for that one. Since this is a barista milk, I had high hopes for the foam for this one, but as you can see, it actually produced very little foam compared to the others. The texture of the foam is also on the soapy side, as I call it, but after 10 minutes, it didn't lose too much of that foam volume. Before we get into this taste test, I do want to point out, as I mentioned earlier, that I did make a mistake on this one. The serving size for this milk is 1 cup and not 1 tablespoon like the others. So when you see me say that it has 3 grams of sugar per serving, that is actually per cup. And if you were to do apples to apples with the others using 1 tablespoon, it would be less than 1/4 gram of sugar per serving, which really puts this one in the unsweetened territory and not sweetened. So my mistake on that, just want to let you know. Also, another thing to keep in mind is that barista milks are typically meant for cappuccinos and lattes and that kind of thing. And in this case, we are mixing it in with an American coffee. So this one might perform better in that espresso latte scenario, which we are not testing. So just keep that in mind when you're watching the taste test. All right, let's try. This is number 4.
Yes. Okay. This doesn't smell sweet, really.
Yeah.
So this one's sweetened.
This is, yeah, it is
It
sweetened.
smells a little bit out.
It's not as sweetened as some of them.
Okay.
This is like 3 grams of sugar.
But that's surprising,
I don't feel the sugar.
right?
Compared to the other one.
Right.
To the last one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes completely.
This tastes almost like an unsweetened one. I would have guessed this one has 1 gram and the other one has 3.
It's a bit stronger, it tastes, right? Or no?
Yeah.
I feel like this one you kind of just taste the coffee.
Like the first one, right?
Yeah.
It is a little bit creamy, not too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's creamier than the first one. Definitely.
I don't
Yeah.
feel a taste. What kind of milk is it? Like what?
You want to guess?
It's a hard one.
I'll probably go with coconut again. It's probably gonna be oat. If you're already smiling like that, it's probably gonna be oat. Get out
It
here.
is oat.
We can keep guessing all the stuff we want. It's always gonna be oat. From here on out.
It's okay. I still stay with the second one and maybe the one before this.
Second and third.
Yeah.
I agree. This one, I mean, it's not bad if that's what's available to you.
True.
And this one is the Califia Barista Oatmilk.
Okay.
So
All right.
that's this one.
Number 4. Done.
Number 5 in our taste test is the Good and Gather Sweet and Creamy Oat Milk Creamer. This one, of course, is in a plastic container, which I do not love, but let's see if the foam or the taste is any better. So as you can see, this one actually foamed up quite a bit. And the texture is not super creamy, but it's also not, my super soapy texture either. It's kind of a middle ground texture, which I think is okay. And 10 minutes later, we've actually lost a good amount of that foam. It's kind of hard to tell because it's sticking to the sides, but if you look at how much liquid cream is on the bottom, it's gained quite a bit there. However, since we started with so much foam, the loss isn't too bad. Let's see how it tastes.
It looks very like it didn't do nothing.
Holy smokes.
It's sweet, right?
Oh. Is it? Oh, holy. Wow. I think because we're going up and up, it's kind of like, this is where the European in me kicks in and I'm like, what is this? This is like, oh my God. No, I mean, it's not bad, but it is definitely too sweet for me.
Yeah, and now that I taste it again, it's not as sweet as it first hit me.
Yeah.
And it is creamy, I think.
It is, yes.
I don't feel it that creamy.
No?
It's less than your favorite. But
Yeah.
nothing's
You're right.
gonna reach that level.
Yeah.
You have a favorite now. It's like,
I guess it's creamier probably than the first one that was thin.
Yeah,
super
that
thin.
for sure. But no, I will say no.
and in terms of types of milk,
Can't tell anymore.
Don't look at me.
should I
Is
say
oat
oat?
again?
Should I just say oat to get it over with?
No, say what you really think.
I
Coconut?
think, no, because it's
I'm always saying coconut.
You want to say coconut?
Yeah, I know.
Coconut to everyone.
I give up.
Okay,
But it's not almond, is it?
it is not almond.
Okay.
It is oat milk.
Oh.
Thank you, Lord.
I'm not saying coconut anymore.
This is the Target brand, Good and Gather
No.
Okay.
oat milk.
I didn't like it. Sorry.
It's too sweet.
Our next creamer is Almond Breeze Vanilla Almond Milk Creamer. I believe this might be a new product since it was kind of hard to find in stores. And this one, of course, is also in a plastic container, which I don't love. So as you can see, this one almost didn't foam up at all. And the texture of the foam is more on the soapy side, so it is not too great. And even without that much foam to start with, we still lost some foam after 10 minutes. So I definitely wouldn't recommend this one if foaming your creamer is important to you. But let's see how it tastes.
Yeah, you can smell it. Oh, this one is sweet. Very sweet.
Yep. Although it hits differently. This sweetness hits differently than the last one. I don't know why.
Is caramel again? Feels like caramel. No, it's not.
Mm-mm. It does have a flavor.
Like hazelnut? I don't know.
Hazelnut, it could be. Or cinnamon roll, something.
It is vanilla.
Oh, it is vanilla now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's very sweet.
I mean,
it's nice.
For being
Yeah.
sweet, I think the flavor is good.
Yeah. I find the sweetness not so, I want to say artificial than the last one. I found with the other one, it was more artificial, and I can't even explain what I mean by that, really. Yeah.
It's like a Splenda type.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Did it have an aftertaste?
Definitely, I
It
mean,
had.
yeah. We had to take water just to cleanse our palate. I feel with this, it's not the same.
It's more subtle.
Yeah, more natural. As natural as you can go with a creamer.
Okay. You want to guess the type of milk?
I'm just gonna say almond.
Almond?
It is almond.
Yes!
This
For once.
this is Almond Breeze vanilla creamer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes. But it's good.
Yeah,
It's a good option.
very nice.
All right. Next up is Silk Oat Creamer, the sweet oat latte one. This one comes in a paper container, so already we've got some bonus points from me. And wow, this foamed up a lot. And if you look at the texture, it is really, really smooth and creamy. It did lose quite a bit of volume after 10 minutes though. So let's find out how it tastes.
It's a bit heavier, no?
Yeah,
Thicker.
Not as light as the last one.
definitely tastes the sweetness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
But again, a different kind of sweet. So I found all three of them, while they have, they're all sweet and all on the same level, but they're like, is it maybe because of the different milks?
Maybe?
That the
first one
sugar,
was-
Yeah, the
Yes.
sugar comes, yeah.
it's differently.
It's creamy and it's sweet.
But there's no other flavoring to it, right?
This one, no.
No. Because if it had, it would be like very sour.
I will say it's almond again. She's laughing, so it's not.
So it's oat. She's laughing, so it's oat. Oh, and it's coconut.
It is oat.
Ah!
This is silk oat.
There you go.
It is the sweet oat latte flavor.
Okay.
I guess it's not really a flavor. I think it's just like...
No, it's supposed to probably give the same latte macchiato, the bottom part.
Yeah.
Yeah, good work. Sure.
What would you say?
Yeah, I think it's good. I would drink it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like standing out to me as like
No.
Exactly.
amazing. It's just, but I would drink it.
Yeah, sure. And it's like,
Like you said, if that's the option you have, then it's good.
yeah. And no additional flavorings, which is good. So it's not.
For me, it feels like a lot of sugar, and I normally add sugar to my coffee. So like,
Me
I
too.
would not add sugar to this at all. Like,
No.
Like, this does not, you know.
definitely
You're
no,
covered.
no
You're
more.
covered with
Yeah.
this one. So
Yes.
just don't.
No need of sugar. More
Yeah.
sugar. No.
Moving on, we have another Silk creamer, which is their sweet and creamy almond creamer. Unfortunately, they did put this one in plastic, so for me, this one foams up just as well as their oat version as far as the volume goes. Now, if you look at the texture, it's mostly smooth, but it's not quite as smooth and creamy as their oat creamer. And after 10 minutes, it has also lost some volume, but I would say it's pretty similar to the oat creamer as well. But let's send it over to the taste testers. Same sweetness as the previous three. This one doesn't taste as sweet to me.
It's more subtle.
Yeah.
A nice thickness.
It doesn't taste as thick to me as some of the others.
Sure, but it's like a nice.
But it's a good texture. Like, I like the texture of it. It's not watery, but it's not as thick, as heavy as the other ones.
Sure.
Actually, I like this one. The sweetness is more subtle, I
Mm-hmm.
think.
Yeah.
But the
It's like
flavor,
it hits you, but it then...
I think it like lets the flavor of the coffee come through more compared to some of the other ones.
Does it have any particular flavor?
No.
Tastes very caramelly
Mm-hmm.
because of the sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So we're stuck on the caramel macchiato thing. Yeah.
I stay back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not bad. It's a good option too. Which one is it?
This is Silk Sweet and Creamy Almond.
Sweet and creamy.
Creamer.
I will say it's a pretty good description.
Yeah.
Sweet and creamy.
Yeah.
And creamy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the flavor, which I don't think is a flavor. It's
No,
just-
but they say accurately what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think
They're not lying to you. Sweet and creamy. Good.
this is good. I like it.
It's good. Yeah.
I typically wouldn't buy these standard brands like the Silk or the Almond Breeze. I tend to buy more the natural, organic type stuff. But I mean, this is pretty good. Like if you gave it to me, I would be happy.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
That's a winner.
All right.
All right.
Our next creamer is 365 Organic Vanilla Almond Milk Creamer. This one is also in plastic, which is for me pretty disappointing for a 365 product. But the foam on this one is pretty impressive. It has a lot of volume and the texture is very creamy. And it also loses some volume after 10 minutes, but you still got a lot left. Big question is, how does it taste? So number 9.
Number 9. Yes. Here we go.
And thank God it's
Holy
decaf.
moly.
Otherwise, we'll be standing already.
I know. We would be dancing
Not
on the
sitting
table.
anymore.
Oh wow, this is
Very thick.
wow.
Oh, you can even see it's not.
That's like most of it is on the bottom.
Yeah.
Which is very unfortunate.
Do you need a spoon to mix
Oh, and
it?
I left the spoon.
See, you just said we don't need the spoon anymore.
Just when I said it, we need it.
See, this one just came around to you like, no. We
You
still
got
need a
it.
spoon.
It's faster. I don't know where.
That's all good.
Smells less sweet, no?
It does.
I think this one is 1 more gram of sugar. This is 5 grams.
It is definitely very sweet.
Yeah, it's like it has something else though that's kind of balancing the sweetness so that it's not
Sure.
hitting as sweet, but you can taste it.
And it's flavored, right? There's flavor in there.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell which flavor. I'm
It's
lost
probably
in that.
vanilla.
It is vanilla. I can't taste the vanilla either, really.
No. This is more like the artificial vanilla. It's not really vanilla, but yeah, I guess so. If you.
I wonder if it is really vanilla.
But yeah.
And it's
it is-
not regular sugar, it's like stevia or something like that, or
I think it's regular sugar.
it's regular sugar?
Yeah, all of them are regular sugar.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think the actual texture of this would put me off. Like we had to get a spoon to mix it up. Some of the other ones were blending in so nicely just by pouring it in and you were good.
Mm-hmm.
And this one you really need a spoon and all of these things. So I think that would be off-putting for me. It's not really a criteria, but it looked a little spooky at
Right.
first. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
what is this down there?
I think I like it. I think it's got a good texture and it is
True.
sweet. What do you think?
I don't know. I think it's okay.
I don't think you like it because
It's not one of my favorites.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
not number 2, so
It's not number 2, but no.
Okay. Guesses on the type of milk?
Oat again?
oat.
It's not oat.
It's almond.
It is almond. This is the 365 Whole Foods Organic Almond Milk Creamer. And
Okay.
it's vanilla.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't have the 365s yet, so
I'm thinking it's probably actual vanilla because it's organic and it's 365. But let's find out. So the ingredients are organic almond blend, organic cane sugar, coconut oil,
okay.
palm oil,
Wow.
natural flavor, pea protein. I was not expecting all this to be in this organic creamer. Pea protein, sea salt, baking soda basically. I don't know how to say this. Gellan gum and organic guar gum. This has a lot of stuff in it that I would not have thought from an organic
No.
brand.
No.
Okay, well, I guess that's why you were tasting some artificial stuff. I don't know if it's artificial, but it's a lot.
Natural, whatever that means. Natural flavorings.
Natural flavors. It can be anything, really. A lot of things are natural. But.
True.
All right, we're at number 10 in our taste test already, which is Starbucks Almond Milk and Oat Milk Hazelnut Latte Creamer. This is another one that was only available in flavors, but I still wanted to try it, so we put it in here. This one is also in a plastic container, so not happy about that. But let's see how the taste and the foam is. This is Starbucks, so hopefully they've got this figured out. As far as volume, the foam is moderate. It is not the most foam that we've seen in these tests, but wow, look at this texture. It is silky smooth. But after 10 minutes, we have lost a significant amount of that foam. But of course, we want to know how it tastes, so let's find out.
No problem in blending, like the one before?
That's right. That's right. Sweet smell.
Sweeter, I think.
It might be the same as the last one.
But it tastes sweeter somehow.
It tastes like candy.
It's like...
and it smells like candy. Very sweet.
True.
It's less creamy, less, right?
Yeah, I think so. It doesn't have the same...
It doesn't have the same consistency, yeah.
Yeah, it does have more of the texture that's like just the coffee itself, almost.
Yeah, yeah.
But it does have a lot of flavor.
That it does, yeah.
And sugar. All right.
Well, it works nicely.
Do you want to guess? This one is a flavored one, so do you want to guess what the flavor is? I couldn't guess if it was me.
Butterscotch? I have no idea.
Hard time guessing. Can be vanilla again.
This is Starbucks Hazelnut Latte.
Oh, okay.
And it's actually a blend of two milks. I think it's almond and Oatmilk. I think this is good if you really like the flavored coffee. I would drink it. It's not
you don't feel the coffee as much, right? Sure. It has a lot of flavor, like you said, a lot of flavors in it.
Yeah.
And it does make sense now that you mentioned it's Starbucks. Yeah, if you buy a latte at Starbucks, yeah, it does the trick.
If you like Starbucks, there you go. Nothing against them. I love them too.
And we are down to the last one. This is the Oatly Oatmilk Barista Edition. And this is also in a nice cardboard container, which is great. And it's another barista milk. So let's see if the foam on this one is any better than the other barista milk, which was pretty disappointing. And as far as volume, this one is already much better than the Califia barista milk, but the texture is not my favorite. You can see that it's not so smooth. You've got these large soapy bubbles in there. And because of that, you can also see that after 10 minutes, a lot of that volume is gone. So before we go to the taste test, I do want to point out that this one was another victim of my serving size mistake. So when I say that there's 7 grams of sugar here, that's actually per cup. It's actually, if we were to go per tablespoon, you'd be less than half a gram of sugar. So it's basically unsweetened. This is the sweetest.
I don't think I could handle more.
No, me neither.
This is 7 grams of sugar.
Wow.
You don't smell it though.
No.
Do you?
No.
I'm getting suspicious.
Wow.
Do you not smell the sweetness?
How are they hiding the sugar here?
I know.
It doesn't taste sweetened at all.
No.
It tastes unsweetened.
Ha.
Wow. Crazy.
It is. Yeah.
I will put a little bit of sugar in it now that we have the other ones. Because I can taste, I can feel the sugar.
This is almost a letdown. Like,
yeah.
I was expecting so much. I was prepared for everything. And now
You're bracing yourself for the sugar.
Now I feel I'm back at number 1 here. Like,
yeah.
And also in terms of texture of the creamer itself, it's not very thick. It's not very rich or luxurious. It's kind of meh.
Very blah. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Not good, I would say.
This is the Oatly Barista. Which I'm kind of shocked because I love the Oatly milk.
I love Oatly too.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this feels to me thinner than even the regular Oatly. Although I do get usually the full fat one, which is thicker. This still feels thinner to me.
It doesn't add much to your coffee.
Yeah.
You could also go with regular oat milk. Just get the Oatly, just the regular milk.
And
put it in there.
Yeah.
You probably even cover it better, and instead of having a separate container of a creamer that doesn't do much for your coffee.
Yeah, and this is a smaller container. This is 32 ounces, and it was $5 versus the 64. The double size of the milk is the same price.
Yeah. Just get the milk.
So I don't think I would get the Barista edition.
No.
So I do want to mention also that the Oatly contains canola oil as well, but it also adds a lot of added vitamins, including vitamin B12. So 1 cup of the Oatly contains 50% of your daily vitamin B12, which if you're vegan, that can be a hard vitamin to get. So something to keep in mind. So anyway, despite my mistake on the sugar content here, I think the takeaway from the Oatly is that the regular Oatly is probably just as good at half the price. I am not sure whether regular Oatly foams up, but honestly, if foam is one of your main priorities, I think there are better options for you. So, which creamer was our ultimate winner? Let's find out. What do we think?
I will stick to the second one, like I said, and add the sugar if I wanted to. If no, I'll have it like that.
Yeah, for me too. I would go with number 2 because I usually don't drink any sugar compared to the both of you. I don't add sugar to my coffee, so I like the unsweetened one, number 2, from texture, and that is unsweetened.
From the sugar ones, I can't tell anymore. Maybe the first one. No, not the first one. The second one we tried with sugar.
The Elmhurst, the caramel macchiato one, that was the first one.
I think I liked that one.
Yeah, that was your favorite.
That was pretty good too, yeah. That had like a nice flavor to it that was subtle,
right,
but it still had a good caramelly flavor to it, and a little bit of sweetness and not too much.
Yeah. And the Starbucks one was nice if you're looking for Starbucks type of taste. Yeah, that's a trick.
I would have said actually like the same thing. The second one, the Sown, had, I think, the best texture, like the best like creaminess, and the Elmhurst, I like that with just a little bit of sugar, and you wanted something sweet. The Starbucks, I mean, the Starbucks is kind of unfair because I tried to get things that weren't flavored, and the Starbucks was only available in flavors, so it has that flavor that the others don't have, so it's a little unfair, but I think those 3, depending on what you're looking for. All right, cheers. Cheers. So our consensus was that the Sown had the absolute best texture out of all of them. It just so happened to be unsweetened, but if you prefer sweetened, it's also available in a sweetened version as well. And it foams up really nicely, and it's in a cardboard box, and it's organic, so that's definitely my top choice, and the top choice of my taste testers as well. We also thought that the Elmhurst is a good option if you want something with just a hint of sweetness, and the texture is good as well. The downside to that one is it does not foam well, so if foam is important to you, I would choose something else. And if you really like the super sweet, candy-like flavors, the Starbucks is probably your best bet. That one also foams well. And we also thought that both silk creamers were good options as far as taste and foam, even though they didn't rise all the way to the top of our taste test. The Almond Breeze also got pretty good reviews as far as the taste, but performed the worst in the foam test. So if the foam is important to you, skip the Almond Breeze. The 365 had mixed reviews for taste, but it did produce a nice creamy foam. That might be a personal preference type of thing. So if you think you might like it, give it a try. Well, I hope that this video and our opinions have been helpful for you in choosing a vegan creamer to try. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.